Today I'm going to be unboxing one of these Montgomery interlocking 60 drawer organiser. 60 drawers for storing and organising small items. Use a freestanding storage unit or mount to the wall. Fixings not included. They also sort of are made to slot into other ones of the same units, I think. I don't know about this stable anti-tilt base to prevent toppling. That's kind of a loader, which we'll see in a minute. Extended interlock horizontally or vertically with other large, I think they're more made to go inside vans and stuff, but they're handy because they've got so many drawers in them, and I think they're only about $40 at Bunnings, so not a bad price. So you've got your little screw holes on the back, plenty of them. The usual, put a screw in at the right spacing, stick the heads through and then slot them down. I'm not sure how you get multiple of these because they sort of slide into each other. I'm not sure how you slot them together and then get them to screw on. I suspect you've got to take the drawers out and just screw straight through where the screws have got to go. I might have a look at that after. I've already got one set up here, but the base they have on them, which I can't really get in the camera here, but yeah, there it is. They have this base which they claim is stable, which is a load of rot really, because it's absolutely unstable. It's alright if you slot it into one of their other containers, I guess, but you really need to rip them off if you want a stable base on this thing. Get rid of some of this plastic. And there are a couple of other issues with these I found. So they've got a slot in the top, and you got this piece on the bottom that slots into them. The problem is when you stand it up, it actually, that's how easy it tips over. Like, it's basically barely balanced. It's actually tilting forward a bit. If I just tap that a little bit, it tips over. So that's, I don't know what they're talking about there. But that base is pretty rubbish really. If you wanted these to stand straight, I would cut those things off probably. If you can without making big holes. They are hollow at least, so I don't think they go up into the things, but there's still a bit of a wedge shaped bit there. So unless you cut that wedge bit off. Oh, hang on, that's only on, is that on one side? What have they done here? You'd have to cut the whole foot off on the other side as well, this other piece here. So they're really not made for mounting on surfaces stably. They're great for screwing to walls, but I don't know why they say they're good for standing up, but they're not. The other thing you don't expect with these is these drawers have got, I mean, they're great if you're in a van or something, because if you notice, if I tip this, so when you put it on its unstable base and it tips over, the good thing is if all those drawers are shoved in, they don't open. Well, it looks like some of you are trying to, but they move to slide them out maybe. So they've actually got little latch things, and they've also got the little piece at the back to stop them coming right out, which is always a good feature. Admittedly, they don't work that well. It's good that they don't just, you know, the old pull the drawer out full of screws and it comes out suddenly and they all go flying. But what they do have is these little, oh, it's actually just one of them, I thought there was two. Little piece sticking out the bottom of the drawer there. That actually makes it so it doesn't open when you're in a van or something, but it's actually quite hard work to open it and to shut it. So what I did with my other one is simply, if I can find one, there's one I've already labelled with a Zetadite in it, but I just cut them off with a knife because they had more trouble than they're worth, I think. Or did I use side cutters? I forgot now, but you can basically just slice it off and bingo, it's still got the end of range protection thing. But of course, if you're in a van or something and you tip it, or you go around the corner, they will vibrate themselves open or whatever, but I don't care about that because it's going to be screwed to a wall in the shed. But I would recommend, because like that is a lot of work. I find it really annoying if you've got to keep dealing with that, whereas this just slots in and out. Usual, just flick it in and out with your finger kind of thing. Often I'm looking for parts or whatever and I just want to pull it straight out, grab something, flick it back in. It does come with all the drawers, and the top there I've got, I forget how many, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 it looks like. And yep, 6 drawers per row, so that makes 60 of these, one for each drawer, so I've only got one divider slot there. A bit nicer they made it so you could actually break the tape easily. Get off me. And so it doesn't stick to you, and now it's going to take me 5 minutes to get rid of it. And so these just go in. I don't think these are the best either. I think they have a habit of popping back out again once you start putting stuff in there, and of course your stuff creeps from one drawer to another, but they, I think, actually want a slight bit of glue or maybe silicone or something you can break again just to hold them in there. But from memory I have noticed some of those come out, so they're not the best. Obviously you've got to go through every one of these and fit them if you want them, but I actually prefer the ones, or the best drawers actually have a middle position like these and two others, so a couple more at 1/3. They're probably ideal. These are obviously only made just to do one position, but you're going to be pulling all these drawers out. I might as well chuckle them back in there. Pulling every drawer out and cutting the bits off the bottom is what I did. I just used a labelling machine to put a label on each one. I just sort of did basic labels, quite big letters, like these are Xenodiodes, 91 volt and 100 volt. I don't have any 100 volts, but I had a 91 volt to put in there, so I just labelled each drawer. Same with things like fuses. But yeah, other than that, they seem to be reasonable quality. I don't know how they go in the sun and stuff. And yeah, basically the ends and the tops. These ends have two bits on the ends and 2 bits on the top and bottom to join them to other units. I haven't actually tried slotting them together, but I might try that. But I suspect there's going to be no way you can easily mount them to the wall unless you really get your screws sort of organised right, so they're all spaced exactly for 2 of these units or more joined together, and then you're going to have to try and slot them all on together, which I think is probably a pain. But you can just take these drawers out and you can see the screw holes in there. I think I might have even done the other one I mounted like that because I think it was too close to the ceiling or something, because I got it above my bench. So it's actually easier just to screw with a long bit through the thing or a long screwdriver and just mount it directly rather than trying to space them out, because they don't give you any template or anything, which I guess you could make one by pulling the drawers out and drawing it on a bit of cardboard or something, but then you might as well draw it straight on the wall or something in that case anyway. But we'll get that tidied up and get some bits and pieces in that. But generally they seem alright for the price. Not a bad price, but yeah, don't expect them to be very good for standing on a shelf or something without having to cut or grind that plastic bit off the 2 feet off the bottom, and possibly part of the larger part of the bottom there as well, because that seems to be ramped outwards, and that's gonna, yeah, it's thicker at the back, so it's gonna make the thing tilt forward, so they're not really suitable. Or I guess you could screw some sort of wooden or metal things to the bottom or something to mount it on, but you definitely aren't going to be mounting it or sitting it directly as it is very well, because maybe you could put a strip across the front, I guess, is the other thing. That might be enough if you put a strip of wood to match the thickness of the back, but don't expect them to be much good on a shelf, but on a wall they're actually pretty good. So thanks for watching.